landing page copywriting could be quite daunting to people that is new in writing a landing page, or maybe business owners that find it a bit troublesome to write such a difficult thing for copy pages. But don't worry, I'm here to help you. So I'll be sharing with you 5 things that you can put into your landing page. So stay tuned. Hi, my name is Ken, and if you're new to this channel talks about digital marketing and entrepreneurship. And if you're interested in this kind of topics, do subscribe to this channel and turn on notification bell so you do not miss any future video. And with that, let's move on to the 5 copywriting tips that you can use to write your landing page. So some of these are actually related to what I've mentioned in the 5 tips to help to improve your landing page, but I'll go a little bit deeper today for this video. So the first thing is important, very important throughout your copywriting. You must always focus on the benefit, right? Not the features, right? If you've seen a lot of the landing page that I've shown you, right? I'll be showing you again later. They talk a lot about benefits, the benefits of the users. Remember, people will only take action if the action is beneficial for them, right? So why must I take up your offer? Why must I opt into your subscription and things like that if it don't benefit me? All these features are just there. Yes, it's important, but all these features is to serve a certain benefit for the user. So make sure your copy is depending a lot on the benefits. Second thing is, of course, headline. As I mentioned in the previous video, headline is very important because that is the first thing that people see. So your headline must in the first put in the benefit as well, right? So there is a basic of copywriting. If you don't know what to write for headline, all you have to put is how to do this without this and things like that, right? How to do this with this without this. So this is a simple structure for header. But I'll show it to you. Some of them, they do a very direct header. So make sure it's short, concise, and it's easy to understand. That's the reason why the header is important. So the third thing is, another thing very important is use story, right? Now, not all landing page write story, especially if you are a branded one. I will show later a landing page which is already a branded one where they don't need to tell a story. People know the brand by itself. But if you don't know the brand, right? If you're new, or if people are still not much aware of your brand, you need to tell a story. Why do you do this? Right? Or maybe just a brief story about yourself, right? So that at least people have a face or maybe a business. So people will give a personality to the offer or to the product that you're offering. If not, you will just seem like you're just shoving product over to them, right? So you need to have that personality given to this page as well. So that's why story is important, right? And a lot of saying that, facts tell, story sells. That's the reason why story is so important, especially when you want to do your landing page. So the fourth thing which is important is using scarcity and urgency. You'll notice that most of our pages, they'll be like, some of them will have timer, some will be a countdown, because some people will not take action until it is scarcity. So this is a phenomenon called FOMO, fear of missing out. And that's the reason why if a little bit of scarcity will push them over the edge to get it, right? So most people will take action immediately when they land onto the landing page, but there are some that still need a little bit of push where there's a certain, you have to get this by then, right? This promotion only until then, right? So you need to give that kind of urgency and scarcity, or there's a limit, right? So this is important because without it, some people just need the additional push. So having that will be helpful. And the fifth thing is important, which also I mentioned in the previous video, is social proof. Social proof is very important. You can have it in the video form or in the written form, or if you have any case study or the companies that you work with. So there's some that have logo. For example, you are famous, you are appeared in newspaper, like you appear in Forbes, Entrepreneur, and things like that. You can have all their logo and put it all one place so that people can see, right? So this will increase your perceived value of whatever that you're offering. It is very important. So again, I'll jump into the computer and I'll show you these 5 things, and you can see how copywriting is being written. So important thing in copywriting is just doing research and to understand the benefits to the user, because at the end of the day, you're helping people, not just having fun or doing things that you think that is right? Being an entrepreneur, giving offer is at the end of the day helping your customers to achieve something that they desire. And with that, let's go to the computer. Hi, now let's look at these same 3 landing pages that I use for about the copywriting, on writing the copywriting of a landing page. If you were to look at Shopify itself, you already know you don't have to be very complicated, right? But let's just go one by one, right? One thing I keep mentioning is features versus benefit. And you can see from here that start your business with Shopify. This is actually a benefit for for the whoever that's using, which is the benefit for the prospect, which is you can start a business, right, using Shopify. Right, this is straight to the point, call to action. I mean, this is straight to point headline, which is easy to understand, very direct, and that's why it's good, right? Sometimes you don't have to put a lot of words just to make an impact. So for this, it's very straightforward. Again, for this, you will notice that they don't really use story in this page because, again, because they're branded, right? If you're non-branded, it is good for you to put in a bit of story so that people know more about you. Shopify is branded, they're a billion-dollar company, so maybe that's why they don't need it, and they have this picture just to show that. Again, use images to enhance the message that you want to give, not just use words, because sometimes I see too lengthy. If you can supplement with words, with images, it will look nicer, cleaner, but again, it depends on what kind of field that you want to go to. Later, I'll show you a field that's a lot of wordings, which is digital marketer, but let's go through this first. And then let's look at there's no scarcity and urgency here, which is, again, they're Shopify, right? So they can do a lot of things, but the social proof is something that they did not neglect, right? So there's a lot of social proof, there's a lot of all these brands and things like that. Even this is not written as in the benefit form, it's written in features form. Beautiful themes. If I were to say, instead of putting beautiful themes, why do you want beautiful themes? The benefit of having beautiful themes that you make your brand look more professional. Then you can say look more, have your brand looks professional, right? And then you can put all our thing is customizable. That's the reason why, right? It's the pricing is affordable to start your business. This is the benefit for the user. They can just say pricing is low, okay? But all these things, again, they have tested it, so I will assume that this will work for them. But it will be different for different kind of industry. So do research, do a lot of research on people similar. If it work, if other people is doing it and it's been doing it for a long time, if it work, just model it, right? For Shopify, you can, of course, when you model, you don't model a billion-dollar company. Find somebody or some company which is within your niche, and then you can model how they do the landing page. Research is very important in writing a landing page. Although I give you these 5 things, of course I will give you some information on it, but still, end of the day, depending on your niche, it's best for you to do research on it, right? Now let's look at digital marketer. How are they doing? Okay, again, build a high converting homepage from scratch. That is the benefit for the prospect. Very good written headline, easy to understand. You don't have to put much complicated things, right? Priorities, they know the purpose of this landing page is for them to build a high converting homepage. You might think that this is a sales page. Yes, this is partially a sales page as well, but this is not really high ticket, so it could be a long. I do not really want to categorize this as landing page, as even though the past 2 videos I've been calling it landing page, but it is a one-pager sales page, and there's a reason why it's a bit longer. But again, a one-pager it could use to sell, right? Even when you look at the ClickFunnels, they have one page for you to do ClickFunnels. Just look at ClickFunnels, right? For example, okay, ClickFunnels, as you can see, it is not. They don't ask you to sell. Of course, when you click in the start of free 14-day trial, you have to put in your credit card information. But let's just click and see. The main information you see, the landing page is for you to get your information first before they even ask for your credit card information, right? So that means that the moment you are interested, they will have you in your list already. And you can see there's a lot of things that's happening here. So this is a little bit different of sales page. I know I go out of tangent a little bit and I call this landing page, but this is some sort of landing page, but it's a good example for you to look at, right? Okay, now look at the headline is good, the feature and benefit, right? So as you can see, they use story for this, right? Your homepage probably sucks. So this is the story of they're trying to use you as a hero, right? And try to amplify your problem. So you can use it as a story as well. How it happens, what are you losing? So this is more towards problem. So when you talk about story, there's a few ways you can talk about stories. This is one of them. So just tell a story. They want a company, give them. This is all for them to invoke the emotion. But the reason why story sells is because it's supposed to invoke emotions, more towards logical thinking. When you talk about features and benefit invokes emotion, not towards a logical thinking. So that's the reason why they do stories, right? It's because they want to invoke emotions, right? So this is the features. What do you learn in this course? The features of it, right? And this is what we'll create together. This is the benefit. So another part that I might want you to notice is that in most of the copywriting, right, you will see that they will highlight the main point. Okay, for this course is short, so they don't highlight, but you can see that they will highlight the main point, tools and strategy. Let me show you how it works. Same goes to here. Position your brand as an answer to all of your customers' problems. This is the benefit, right? So as you can see, they highlight it. So when you write your copy, it is important for you to highlight the important point. Sometimes I know additional work, but do it because people like to skim through, and when people see something's being bold, they'll stop the scroll and they will try to read it and see what it's about. So this is important when you use a story, right? For this, there's no scarcity because this is an evergreen campaign. But when you look at digital marketer, when you're in their email list, you see they have a lot of scarcity in it. So this might not be because this is their ongoing program, but when they have a promotion, they do have scarcity. They might reduce this to 197 or 97, and they put scarcity and urgency to it. And there's no social proof for this, I mentioned in my previous video, because mainly I think it's part of the video, right? So next, let's look at founder. So this is, I think if you want to look into a standard landing page, this is it, right? This is how usually people do, especially in the training industry, coaching industry. This is how you usually do it. Even the landing page, even the headline is the generic that I mentioned earlier, right? How to do this without doing this, right? So this is a good standard headline that a lot of you can use, can follow, right? And of course, it mentioned benefit, right? This is 0 to 500k. This is followers. This is the benefit. They are not talking about what this does yet, right? The how-to is how it's being done. This is what you'll get. So most important thing is what you'll get, right? And there's a scarcity. The timer is been rolling, right? And that's the reason why, because people buy when sometimes being pushed. A lot of social proof. Social proof is important. It establishes credibility and put you a bit higher. So if you have social proof, if you have like testimonial, do put them in. If you do not have, put case study. If do not really do not have, put your certification, you know, whether you're qualified from where, and etc, right? Why should people believe you? That's the reason why instead of like long story where like in digital marketing they talk about problems, so they talk about here. This is about the founder. Who is this CEO and why you should listen to him? So this is his story, what he have done, so that you have a face to this business. There's a personality to this business. Story is important, again, because you want to build credibility and also an emotion for them to know you more. So this is a good way for you to use it. So this is the part of the story that they use, which is about us. So a lot of landing page, if you see, they will have this section, right? Mainly because they want people to know you, right? People think, who the hell are you? Right? What do you do? And this is part of their story, how they get started, what makes them credible. If you don't have any credibility, just mention your story, how you get started, how you learn all this, right? You talk about how you earn the knowledge that you have, or how you earn the product, and why you do it, right? So the why is very important when you write your story. Yep, so these are some of the examples of landing page. If you have any landing page that you want me to review, do feel free to message me. I might do a review on this as well to show you why some landing page are just good. For me, founders landing page is their landing page is, I think, quite standard landing page, which I think is important. If you want to model, this is better version to model, right? Compared, because this is a sales page, so it's a little bit longer, but it's partially landing page as well, because I got this on your website, right? ClickFunnels is of course long. Russell Brunson is just amazing copywriter, and his team is just amazing. So that's the reason why they put as many information as they can to convert you. So this is additional tip, right? If you have FAQ, is to answer objection. So if you have lots of objection, for example, you have this business and there's a lot of objection, you can just put this in FAQ. You can see here, so I have FAQ. If your intent is to sell, having FAQ will help to increase the conversion, right? And with that, I hope it helped. Thank you. Yep, that's it. Welcome back. And yeah, this is the 5 things that is important when you do copywriting. So the first is focus on benefits, not the feature. Second is to have a appealing headline, because it's the first thing you see. So third thing is use story if possible, right? Fourth is to implement scarcity and urgency. And fifth, which I think also is very important, which is to have social proof, which is the testimonial and etc. So these 5 things will help you in writing a landing page. So you can plan it out, right? Have your landing page ready, then you just have this thing ready, you know, about you, why you do this, right? Your benefits, your headline, your social proof, and just with these 5 things, right, you can make a landing page complete already, right? Don't have to worry so much. These 5 things get enough to make things convert, right? And with that, I hope it's helpful for you. If you like what I shared, do like this video. If you like the things that I talk a lot about in this channel, which is about digital marketing and entrepreneurship, do subscribe to this channel, turn on notification bell, and yeah, if this video is beneficial for you, feel free to share to other people as well. And with that, thank you very much. Oh yeah, before I log off, I have some freebies, some goodies for you as well. So check in the description box below. Check on the link, and if you like it, do subscribe. And with that, thank you very much, and I see you in my next video. Goodbye.